So good morning, everyone. How are you? It is Tuesday the 15th. I cannot believe it is the beginning or the middle of July, let alone halfway through the year. Hopefully you guys attended our four One Suite trainings that were held, gosh, over the last 3 weeks. We had a whole series of them. The 4th of July hit right in the middle of them. We went a Tuesday, then Tuesday, Thursday, and Tuesday. So much information in the One Suite itself. And so I decided that I would specifically talk today about getting the One app to work. This is going to be interactive. I do not have you on my screen. I do have a couple of people here in the room with me, but I'm going to be focusing on trying to get you guys interactive with what is on available to you. And one of those first things is, how many people have seen the new One University? If you have not, I highly recommend it. This is what one of the little slides on there looks like. You guys can unmute and share. I, again, don't have you on the camera just because we're recording, but I know Brian, we got Brian Juris, our manager from our Scottsdale office on here. He obviously has seen the One University, but how many of the rest of you have seen the One University? You've checked out the new version? Anybody? Uh-oh. All right. Well, I'm going to show you a little bit. If I get a little extra time at the end, we will jump on there. I'm going to go through a few slides. Then we are literally going to go on to the One Suite, and I'm going to help you walk through getting your phone set up so you can use the One app with your clients. So check this out. So if you go into the One University, you will see there are a couple of different ways to get to the One Suite. You will see a couple of little slides. You can go to the One Tool Chest because the One Suite is a part of that. You can go to the library and just search One Suite, and you're going to get a whole series of things available to you. Again, the One app is a part of the One Suite, which also includes your website, your CRM. These things are all free for you, and they work together. It is really amazing. Also, you can see I've got that little One resource guide. You can click on that as well. So I'll show you this when we go in to the actual site, and we'll walk through all of this with you. But you'll see these are literally screenshots that I took last night, so you can see how you progress through to try and find the One Suite. So there are a couple of different sections. One of them is called One Suite CRM app, which says it's the mobile app. Now, how many of you thought in order to download the One app that you actually had to start at the CRM app? I think a lot of folks in that training the other day thought they should start at this section, the One app, but that is actually for your clients. That's not the one for you. Now, you want it on your phone too, so you can do your searching that way. That's not a problem. But you want to start here with the CRM app, which says mobile app. Okay. And pull out your phones. You should be able to do this right along with me. I'd wait until I actually get into the screens themselves. I'm still going to show you a few more just screenshots. So there are a couple of different apps you can download. The One Login portal, which gets you into your One Login on your phone. The One app, which is the one that goes to your clients or you can use as a search engine. I often show it to new agents just to show what you can share here with your clients. And one of the things I say on that is, look, if you give your client the One app and they're searching on it and find a property and click that they want to see a property, guess who gets notified? Not Joe from some other company that has no relationship to your client. It's you. You get the notification and say they want to see the property on 123 East Main Street, right? So then the other one is this One Suite CRM app. That's the one on the right. Just wanted you to see that visibility so you can see the different ones there. Here's the deal. This suite, this One Suite CRM app allows you to get mobile app notifications, reminders of things that you wanted to put up there. If you have your clients in your CRM, It gives you birthday and anniversary reminders right on your phone. You get alerted to this and different client engagement. And again, these chat notifications, if they post on there that they are looking at a property and want to see it, you can chat back and forth with them. How powerful is that? Folks, this is free. And I think most people think that that one app is simply for your clients. There's a whole back end for you guys to use and put on your phone, right? You can even use it to do your open house registration right off your phone. And guess where that content goes? Right into your CRM for you to use later. It's right there. You can do a QR code for your agent branded one app. So you can share that one app, right? That gives you the ability to share it. You can share your digital business card with a QR code right off your phone. You're in a meeting, pull up this CRM app, have it open. Somebody wants your business card. Here you go. Just take it right here. They can scan and they've got your business information immediately. You don't have to hand out your business card and hope they don't throw it away while they're walking across the room. They've got it in their phone. It's amazing. It's free. Then you also have client reports. You thought you couldn't do a market report while you're on the go. You can actually do it off your phone. This app is incredible, right? And it integrates with your IDX searches. So if you already have them set up in a search engine for you, it's going to pull all that stuff up. So let's go ahead and download the CRM app. So I'm going to get out of here and oops, I got to see my screen to get to we'll go to the one login. Hoping you guys can still see my screen, right? Thank you, Brian. I got a nodding head there. All right, I'm going to go in through the One University just to show you guys this new visible, cool setup here. Really a fun way to start your search. So again, you've got a ton of different little icons across the top. I cannot move through. Oh, there we go. It'll slide across. I can't get to the little arrow because of my stuff. So, but it will give you a nice little banner. It will welcome you to the website. And you've got, as I showed you earlier, you have a lot of different ways to get to this one suite. You can go into the library. You can go into your one tool chest. You can search in any of those ways. So we're just going to click on the one tool chest just so you can see that. And we're going to go through down here. We are going to go down to one suite, and it wants you to register. Hopefully I don't have to do anything to register there. I went in yesterday. Maybe I didn't go in that way, but that's okay. We'll just do that. Okay, hold on. I'm going to back out of that. I think I went through the library last night. So let's back up. Let's just go through the library. It'll take me right there. There's a search bar right on top. So we're going to do one suite CRM app and hit enter. Okay, so you have a lot of things on the one suite. You will see the CRM overview. That is your content management, your client management system. And we are going to go. Oh, isn't that fun? My app part did not come up. Always got to love that it did things differently last night. Maybe I need to go in a different way. Hold on. Okay. We're going to go back out and we are just going to go to the one suite, make it easy. So in the one suite, we are going to go in there and sign in. And we're going to go in through the resources so I can get to this content. All right. So here we are in the one resource guide, and we're going to go to there's a whole checklist for getting started with OneSuite, but we want to go down to this CRM mobile app, right? So this was a screen I showed you earlier, and I'm going to actually play just a couple of these. There's a little video. I showed you what the CRM app was. I showed you this screen earlier. Going backwards, you can go either with your backup here, or you can just go, I think I can click on just this, and it'll go back to that list, just so we're staying the right same place. So let's talk about what is the OneSuite CRM app. So you can stay connected, as I said. This will show you the different apps that I showed you earlier. I believe this actually plays, but it's really kind of funny because it plays more for a phone. We can't see the whole thing. I will try this. People online will have to tell me if they can hear.
Introducing the OneSuite CRM app.
Janelle, can you hear the video? Just give me a thumbs up. Okay.
OneSuite CRM app is designed for managing and engaging with your leads easier and smoother than ever. See what your contacts are doing, such as who's opening your listing alerts, property detail reports, website engagement, and a lot more. Contact activity details share active contacts in the last 30 days to see what reports they're interacting with. You have the ability to see the lead source of each contact. A smoother process on assigning your contacts to a current drip campaign by simply selecting the campaign tag. Easier than ever, right? Create and manage your tasks more efficiently. You'll receive notification alerts straight to your cell phone when a contact starts to interact with the report, has a home anniversary or birthday. Go ahead and send that quick happy birthday text. Now, not only do you have access to your own listings or your office listings, you now have access to the entire MLS database. That's exactly what you and your clients need. Go ahead and enjoy that lead capture capability on the go. Thank you all for watching. If you have any questions or support issues, please contact helpdesk@realtyonegroup.com. Have a wonderful day.
So I recommend you guys play that on your phone, because obviously you're only seeing a portion of that, right? But there are some screenshots to give you an idea of how some of that works. And you will see this is what we're going to be looking for, is that OneSuite CRM. So what you want to do is, if you have not done it yet, go ahead and go to your app store and look for the OneSuite CRM by Realty One Group. Okay. If you can pull out your phones and do that, we've got time here. I want to walk you through. If you've not downloaded this, I made sure I have the updated version on my phone because I had an older one. So I have the correct one on here now, kind of reorganized my page. So I had all three of those apps, one next to each other. But go ahead and download those. Let me see if I can see how many people are on my screen here. Let's go this way. All right, so I've got about 10 of you on there. I'm not seeing everybody, but please, I'm gonna go ahead and look at the chat if I can get, if you guys will post in here that you guys have downloaded it. I'm gonna give you just a minute to make sure that I see that you guys are ready to move forward, because I want to make sure you have it set up. How many of you had this before? So unmic and just share how many of you guys had this on your phones before. Did everybody think that it was the other app that you had to download, the one app, and not the OneSuite CRM app? Guys, you guys are being quiet. There are 10 of you out there. Come on. Yeah, you did not have it on your phone before, right?
No, I had it. I haven't played around.
Oh,
with
yeah,
it that much,
you
so
did
I
have
had
it.
on my
Okay.
phone and everything on my iPad and so forth. But the app is actually cool. It shows like, obviously you can filter it, but just like scrolling through the property search, it pulls like rentals too. So you like zoom in there and it shows everything.
So it also shows rentals as well. So Priscilla had both the CRM since the beginning. Good. Kevin, did you download it now?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay. So I'm hiding the chat again, so I can't watch that in my screen. Okay. So you can see some of these screenshots. Basically, if you have contacts in your phone, not necessarily your CRM, because I pulled up stuff that I don't think was all in my CRM, but maybe it was. How many of you have contacts already in there? No contacts in yours? Okay. So if you, I think you have to load them then in your CRM, okay? And you will have contacts. You can leave notes and tasks and receive notifications from people. When it asks if you wanted the notifications, if you didn't check yes, you need to go back into your settings and change that so that the phone will connect with that, okay? Ooh, I did not hit anything and it went to there. That's interesting. Okay, let me scroll back down here. All right, so hopefully you guys all installed this, so you have access to it now. All right, now we are gonna go on, and here's the thing, today I'm gonna literally go slowly through this. If you have questions, please ask, but some of these are not videos, right? So we got the download done. Did anybody have any issues with the download? I just don't wanna move on and have somebody sitting there going, I didn't get that loaded. Did everybody get it downloaded onto your phones? Okay, I'm moving forward. I'm not hearing any no's. So here is how you can do a market report, right? So you can create a market report, and I don't know that the video was working for me, so I'm not going to click on that, but the instructions are pretty simple, right? The hamburger icon is the little layered icon. I'd never heard it called that, as in stacking hamburger with buns. I so new to me, but that's okay. Then select market reports from your menu selection. So if you're in there, let me back out. Whoops. There we go. Let me back out and go back. No. Okay. Let me see. Well, I already hit this hamburger. So scroll down and go to market reports. You'll see market reports on there, and you're going to click market reports, right? For the menu selection, you can use the little plus symbol on the bottom and add a new market report. And then you're simply filling out who you're trying to set this up for and what area you want to search. It's very easy to navigate. I have a couple that I set up just as test. You could write report name, test, contact, put yourself as the contact, right? Check this out to see what it looks like from the other side of this. You can create your market area, and then it does ask you for a display title. I really appreciate that, because oftentimes my report names will be something that are just gibberish for me. But if you want something that's displayed, so when your client sees it, they're going to see a name that makes sense to them. Now, again, if you're going to do it as a generic market report and send it to multiple people, then say, let's say 85254, three or four bedroom homes, right? Or homes with pools in 85254. So, and maybe you narrow it down. Like my kids used to go to North Ranch, so I had the North Ranch neighborhood set up in my searches for a long time, right? So you could do something like that and create that. Once the form is completed, click the check mark button located at the top right to save. I don't know how many saw that. There's a little check up here. You're going to check that to say, okay, I'm done, right? And then it's going to save it. Then you'll see the new market report, and you can click the three dots and you can send that to your clients, right? So this is the hamburger button, market reports. You can create a new one there. It's going to show you to set up. Oh, look at this, Paradise Valley Market Area. Well, how did it do that? I have no idea. That's pretty funny. Because Michelle is usually doing the Gilbert area. So kind of funny that they set it up that way, right? So you can, here, once it's set up, you can hit those three dots. You can preview, or you can send now to your clients. And this is what it looks like. That's the preview of it. Your clients are going to see these beautiful photos on their phone, as well as data about those items, those homes listed. And again, you also have the ability to do rentals on there. If any of you are doing rentals right now, I've had 3 questions on rentals this last week from agents, so I know some of you are doing them. So again, you can use it for both. All right, so you can create listing alerts, right? Why would you want to create a listing alert? So if you're setting up a listing alert from somebody, that way they can get an update on either a new listing, or how many of you, when you set up a listing of your own, set up a search for your sellers to know what is going on in that neighborhood, right? You've got a listing that's on the market. Are you letting your sellers know that things in that neighborhood are either going on the market or off the market? They need to see that, right? Because they need to know that if things are just coming on and nothing's going off, and they're like calling you saying, how come I'm not getting any showings? You know, if they can see that as it's happening, and boy, all of a sudden, if things are moving and they're all things that are about $10,000 less than their property, and their property isn't moving at all, that's the time to have that conversation with those sellers to say, you know, we're seeing all this activity. If you've got a listing alert set up for them to see exactly what's happening in their neighborhood when their home is listed, it helps to have those conversations with them, right? So let's see, this is going to talk about how to do that. Here's a listing alert. Again, you've got listing alerts already pre-saved, but if you want to create a new one, you press the plus button. And then you're going to put in the data of what you want. I don't know how easy that is for people to see on there. I hope it's large enough here. Does that help? Is that better online? Yes? Okay. So you can put your property type as a single family, Paradise Valley, bedrooms at least 3, at least 2 bathrooms. Hey, tip for folks there, by the way, if you are working in a neighborhood that is not built post 2000, like, you know, after 2000, if you are putting at least 2 bathrooms, you may want to adjust that, because there are plenty of places that only have what will be listed as 1 3/4, and it may not auto pull that. I've always loved people that call and say they want, you know, Central Phoenix with a 3-car garage, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, or 2.5 bathrooms. Structurally, that was not what was built in the 1960s and 70s in Central Phoenix. So again, if you're searching 2 bathrooms, you may want to switch that to 1.75. Obviously, you want either the shower or the tub, but so don't put 1.5, right? But that's where your 3/4 comes in. Just a little tip there. So again, your contact information is going in where Michelle's is there. Frequency, they want immediate alerts, right? Something comes on the market, something shifts off the market. They want to see that. And it can send a text notification if you want to set it up that way. And you can either set up to receive a copy or not. If you're doing a lot of these, be forewarned, if you click all of those to alert you on all of those or copy you on all of them, you can have a lot of stuff coming into your inbox, but that's okay. Means activity's happening, right? So here are your listing alerts. Again, you can click on the 3 dots and you can preview or send now immediately to your clients. And this is what it looks like, right? So here's a beautiful home in Paradise Valley, $75 million. Few more than the 3 bathrooms, or 3 bedrooms, but that's fine. So again, they've got a whole series of these below there. You can see that. It doesn't unfortunately tell you how many at the very top, but it gives you a lot. You can see they would scroll down. Okay, so let's talk about your digital business card. Okay, so in here, I'm going to make this, slide this over. Okay. Making sure your make sharing your contact details quick and effortless. What you want to do is everyone has the digital business card that is, you have one now. If you have that OneSuite CRM app loaded and it has your unique QR code, okay? So what you want to do is either on your mobile or your tablet. So those of you with iPads, you can also access this on your iPads, which is really cool. So you are again going to click that little hamburger icon and you are going to go to share. I believe it is share my contact card down here. You can see we've been doing listing alerts and market, I'm sorry, there's the open house, but listing alerts and other things. So here's my share my contact card, and you are gonna open up your QR code. Did it work for you?
Mhm.
Yep. So here I'm gonna scan. Oh, he's gonna scan it off his computer. Okay. So test that out. Did it work?
Pulled
So-
it right up in my contact.
Pulled it right up. So put it right into his contacts. He scanned it with his iPad. So if you don't have anybody to test it, what I recommend is you have somebody in your family nearby, test that for you, see that it all works. You can see the information above. So you're going to see what's going to go to them. And that's what they access, right? So the share button is located on the top right corner of your business card. Whoops, top right corner of the digital business card. So there should be a share button here. And when you share on social media, guess what? It includes a lead capture form below your QR code so that you get to collect their information. So if you share this out on your social media, those names and numbers are coming right back into your CRM. That's how these all integrate together, right? So here's your agent contact card. Here's the share feature on there. And then if you send it on social media, it's going to say get in touch, and they have the ability to send them information and send it back to you. If you go through your Facebook or your LinkedIn, any one of those social media accounts, you'll end up getting that get in touch back with them. I got somebody here that's, are you going to try it? Not right
No,
now.
no.
Okay. Any questions, folks? How many of you knew about your contact information being, your QR code being on there? Nope. Nope. I've got 10 people on this call. Come on. Unmute yourselves. So Kevin, you didn't have that set up, so you obviously didn't know that. I saw Janelle shaking her head. Priscilla, you've said you've had it on the entire time, but did you know those features were in there? Oh, she disappeared. Oh, are you in the chat? Oh, somebody's chatting. Oh, okay. Good for you. So you did know that word was there. Awesome. Okay, for the rest of you, I hope that you'll take some time and explore this even more. I am going to go on here and go to another one of these before we jump out of here. So big question here is, whoops, where'd it go? Let me go back. Let me just go up here. I'm going to go back to, no, let's go back to here. I backed up too far. Okay, so I want to go back to this. So if you go back to the CRM mobile app and go through these, there are, I think, 15, it says different things. One of the things it says is, can I share the OneSuite CRM app with my clients? Is that what you share with your clients? Nope. The CRM app is for the Realty One Group agent, but in the app, you'll see the Share My One app menu option. Okay. So that allows you to search that one app, and it connects back to your CRM and allows people to know, for you to know what they're doing, right? So they will not need to download it because you've already sent it to them when you send that one app over to them. So you can share it by, again, going to those three, the hamburger buttons it says, and then you'll see this Share My One app. And if you click on that, then it allows you to send that out to them. It's not going to show me that next screen. So it allows you to send it out to your clients. If you have their email, I think you're even able to send it via cell phone, obviously, because it's on their phone, makes it very easy for them. Oh, there's a QR code. They can do the QR code immediately, and it
Pulls up the download app button.
and it pulls a download app right from there. So they don't have to go searching for it. It'll come right there so they can download it and use it. Okay. I'm gonna go back up here real quick. Go back to this. I'm gonna show you one more before we go on to that app. I want to show the app to you, but I want to show you. Let's go. The comment was, I don't know why we need paper anymore, or your business cards, right? I wanted to show you the open house link. And where'd it go? Thought I had it right there. CRM app. Go back to this.
Which app do you want to open?
Oh, my phone's not going to talk to me. That's funny. Okay. Let me go back here. Okay, Brian, any guesses? Where'd I lose my open house to? Your mic is muted.
I'm sorry, what are you looking for?
The open house?
Registration?
Yeah.
Just click on the magnifying glass there and then type in registration form. It should pop right up. There we go.
Okay, I wanted to do the open form. Yeah, it's not letting me click on it though. I thought last night I'd show. Well, here, it's the same thing. You do the if you go back to your screen with a hamburger, you can go to that open house registration and it'll give you current listings you might have. You can also type in an MLS number for a
Yes.
property. So if you're sitting somebody else's open house, you can pull in all the data on the open house. And here, I'll just give one. So if you're at a property, once you click the property, this is the data that it looks for, and you can basically have them fill that information out immediately on your phone. How did you find out about it? And you can change the questions here a little bit, I think, but it's pretty simple. You can also do a QR code if you don't like people touching your phone. You can do a QR code and they can register using their own phone, and it'll go right into that property. And you can have the details of the property by clicking the other button up here that gives you the property. So if you're at an open house, your iPad or your phone gives you all the information on that property and the ability to get them right into your CRM and hold on to that information, which is pretty cool. So you have the ability to contact them. Did you find something?
And also give you details, a QR code about like the listing.
Oh, and you can share the details. So you can do a QR code on the details of the property, so they can scan that and take that with them as well. So all of those things are available. Let me go back to.
Well, the biggest benefit of that, then they automatically go into the CRM for follow-up with your.
Yep, they're right there.
MPs. Yeah.
And on the CRM, it'll show, what is it, like a little funnel that they came in? Is it the funnel that shows when you grabbed them at an open house? So they came to you from, and you'll know how you got that name in your system, which is very cool. And again, you can add all that contact follow-up information with them. So I've got about 20 minutes here. I'm going to go out to, well, I'll continue on this if people have more questions here. Whoops, I went into my OneSuite. Let me go back to training videos and docs here. We'll get you to all of those things that I was talking about. All of the presentations that occurred on the Tuesday, Thursday, the 4 live presentations, I've sent those Zooms out. We will get them back into Sunday's newsletter, so you have them once again. I highly recommend them, but they were little overviews. There is so much content on our OneSuite In those 4 hours, they just did overviews. They didn't go into this in depth of all of these. You can see all of this stuff. You've got 12 articles. It did not take us long to get through most of this. If you will spend a week and spend just an hour a day going and looking at your OneSuite and what is available over there, if you can see over on the right side, there's all of this stuff getting started. How do I access this? How do I set up my profile, right? Spend some time to literally go through line by line and get your OneSuite set up. Now, I've got people I know in my office that have their own CRM. That's fine. Use your own CRM if that's what you want to do, but utilize this to grab the data and then move it over to your other CRM. If you're committed to another CRM, fantastic. If it works for you, that no issues there. But don't miss out on all of this content and the way it all links together, right? Because sometimes your other CRM doesn't have that QR code, doesn't have your QR code for your contact, right? Your personal electronic business card. It doesn't have all those things. Utilize those for your business, and then you can do a CSV and take the data out of the CRM and put it someplace else. I'm all for using what you will use it. You know, whatever you're comfortable with, that's great. If you do not have a CRM, try this one and start working with it to see how well you use the CRM and get to know it, because it really can boost your overall business and get you organized. I think that's one of the challenges as newer agents. You run into a glitch trying to figure out where to go. And even with this OneSuite, people are like, yeah, I'll look at it later. There's so much content here. And if you can just, even just downloading the app today is a huge start. I'm going to the women's conference tomorrow that AAR hosts it's in Chandler. I will have my digital card available to be able to be used. How cool is that? If I didn't know that that was there, I'm off handing out my business cards. Now, you guys will laugh. I actually will have my business cards because I have to change my email on it. It pulled my old data and not my managing broker data. So it's hard because I'm in this system twice. So it doesn't quite know how to relate to me on the app, but you guys are set with yours. Utilize it. And on the next open house, try using that open house registration. How many of you have iPads that you take to open houses or some type of tablet, right? It's all on there. You can open all of this up on there. You can download that app on those tablets. So utilize that so you can, work from there and be able to help people. And this will give you an idea of the zone and OneSuite is connected. This is all a proprietary system, right? So once you've come on board, you have your zone welcome email, right? Your OneSuite gets uploaded basically within 24 hours of being open to the zone, right? You have access to the OneSuite. So you can sync your OneSuite and your website. The website's already there. Whether or not you're using it or not, every single one of you has your own website. Somebody asked me the other day that they had their own custom URL. That's fine. And if you don't know how to set that up, there's something called paid professional services. There are a variety of them. So if you go check this out, you can go down here and you can see, should be able to see down here. If you click on that, it will ask you what type of paid professional services you want. They will create an agent or team website, your full homepage personalization for $140, right? If you want some deluxe stuff, then it's a little more. But if you're trying to create a single custom page, you want to add a custom page for a specific property, you can do that. A lot of this stuff you can do yourself though. But here's the thing, if you go down here, if you want to do a secure and redirect your domain, if you have a custom domain, it's $35, folks. If you do not know how to do that, pay the $35. They will connect your custom URL with the free website we provide to you. And it's set up that way. You do not have to use these services, but if nothing more, please have them take your custom URL and connect the two together. And then again, your CRM and your website link together. If you've got any type of lead capture on your website, it's going into your CRM. It's all connected, right? How many of you have your websites up and running? Janelle, do you have yours? No? No? Anybody here? I'm going to go to the chat here. Jody's just setting it all up. Okay. You have a personal one, Priscilla, but need to connect it. So you can go on to that paid professional. If you click on that, you can click on the buttons. You don't have yours?
I've been.
The website?
The website, yeah.
Adding to the website. Okay. All of the instructions to add to the website, folks, are on there. You can literally go through. I'm going to have to scroll up here. There are, again, in the trainings. So if you go to the websites, right, you can go on here and there are, here in this, you can literally, there's a checklist and this shows how do you update your profile. Let me get to the 12 articles here. You can add appointments and manage your calendar in here. It will show you how to do that. These are really step-by-step on how to set these up, right? So it will tell you how to select these. I'm not going to go over this because there are some moving videos here to show you step-by-step. You can add appointments to your calendar directly in using the OneSuite website and their data entry, right? All of this stuff is detailed. You do not have to have somebody come in and do this. It is all stuff that everyone on this call, believe it or not, can do. I wouldn't do the linking to the custom URL that I would pay for, but a lot of the other stuff can easily be done by just looking at the little videos. Some of these videos are literally 2 minutes. That's all it is. How do you add a tab? It's a 2-minute video, how to add a tab. Any questions from anybody? Yes, Brian.
I'm sorry, maybe I misunderstood, but did you say that you could secure an outside website, or is this only for the OneSuite websites?
You can take your custom URL and link it to your branded website through us, and it will end up being branded through your URL, but it's our website.
Yeah, not a third-party website. Gotcha.
Not a third-party website. No, no, no. Yeah, no, we're not editing third-party websites on here.
Okay.
Any other questions from folks? Brian, any comments you want to add? I've got about 15 minutes left. I'm going to jump over to the new library, but if you've got anything you'd love to add, it's great having you on.
No.
Are you seeing
Moving along.
folks getting the app now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go back to the one login and I'm going to jump onto this library and just give you a little snippet of what we were able to see yesterday when we got a little demo here. They've completely modified the One University. It's really hard on my little screen to do this, but things are a little easier to find. For new agents, I didn't see if I've got new agents on here. I wasn't looking directly. So they now have this pathways. So if it's a new agent, there is different learning pathways. So you can see welcome to Realty One Group. That will give you some of your training on your SkySlope. They've got some new training videos up here that you can access. And again, the whole ecosystem for the OneSuite, the content management, the OneSuite, I think that's going to say CRM. Again, my screen is unfortunately not showing you everything visible on that screen. New agents, you can look at, let's see. The full OneSuite walkthrough, there we go. I can see the rest of this, the ecosystem. This should be content management checklist, and this should be the website editing. So you get all of those, access to all of those. Let Let me go back. Oops. Uh-oh, that was not where I wanted to go. How can I go back? Well, we'll just go there. Okay, so you can start setting up your own courses. If there are things you want to look for, there are pathways. There were more pathways yesterday, so I think they must have pulled some down. They're still editing that. You can go into the library and still see a vast array of things here. They do have categories here. If you have been missing the one primetime presentations, these are the every other Wednesday with special guests. They do have those here, and they're kind of giving you a little, they'll give you the name or what it's about. So Reminder Media, the new commercial rollout information. For those of you wanting to farm an area, I highly recommend Darlene Elmers back on 2.5. Mike Clear is our COO for Realty One Group. So lots of different things that you can jump on. These are 1 hour videos. If you can, I always recommend you attend with us. I do usually stream that here in my office. You're welcome to come join us for the next one prime time, but they're accessible in the library. You can go back and look at those. If you have not done a DISC assessment recently, we highly recommend looking at the DISC assessment for a couple of reasons. If you have a team, to learn who is on your team and who maybe you need to have join your team to create some balance. But it's also great when you're working with clients. The best example I can give in this is if you have an engineering client, you want to know that they are that type of engineering personality. They want numbers. You need to be able to provide them the numbers, because if you do not, they are going to go find somebody else that can. So if you take the time to do the DISC assessment yourself, which is right here, it's free. You get to learn the personality types. When you finish that, they will show you all of the personality types and features that you kind of look at in the individuals. If you got a social type butterfly, they don't usually care about numbers. They want to make sure that the sun is coming in those windows and that they have that beautiful backyard. They want to know that they can entertain. But if you've got an engineer, they don't care about any of that stuff. They want to know that the HOA has reserves that they're going to be able to utilize, so all of those things are critically important. And if you're not talking their language, they're going to have a hard time following you and what you are telling them. So it's helpful to know who your clients are. Let's see some of these other ones. If you are looking to get any of the NAR Realtor designations, let's see, the ABA, let's see if it's going to give me a list. Here we go. We should have a whole list of these. There should be a whole list of what is included in here. Funny is that. Okay, I saw the list yesterday. Well, I have to back up from that. What this does is allows you to go through, you can't get the licensing through here. You have to go through NAR, but it'll give you credit on here just so you can show it that you actually did it here. Again, the primetime one suite, the one talks were the earlier, I believe those were the earlier presentations prior to the one primetime. The tool chest gives you access to all of the affiliates that we work with. If you want to get in touch with our certified business coaches, these are little snippets from them, I believe, or you can reach out. If you are going to hire a coach, please note that I did say hire. These do come at a cost. And these are very specific coaches. I think these are recordings, but let's see if it'll tell me. No. Let's see what happens when I go into Darlene's. Nope, that did not tell me what it does. Okay. So, Let's see what the lessons are. So I think this just gives a quick video lesson with her, but you can contact these coaches and hire them if that is what you are looking for. There is a whole series of Realty One Group coaches. And then Thrive, I actually don't know what Thrive is. Check. Do you know what Thrive is, Brian? Oh, I don't think you have access to that. I think that's for brokers. Okay. So you should have the rest of those. And let me back up. Go back to one you. All right. I have about 8 minutes here. Questions, comments? What would you like to see next? Do you want me to go through some of these? I just felt that the reason I did this is I felt that those 4 days of classes were great overviews, but I wanted to make sure you guys saw how easy it is to go onto the OneSuite resources that are online for you and to be able to go through these. These are not complicated. They don't take an hour to go through. You can simply go through in about 10 minutes and go through several of these to get these tools set up for you to work directly for your skill set and what you're doing and working on as an agent. Okay. And all of these things are available. Again, you can just go through your one login. The OneSuite is on your one login. You don't have to go through the One University. You can go right to here and go to OneSuite. So each of these have tools and resources in them that you can use to help you learn something more about the tools that are out there. Any questions? Nope. Well, I hope you guys all got your one app set up, your one CRM app, so you can share the one app with your clients and take advantage of that mobile computer on the go with all of your tools that you can use as a realtor. You guys have a great day today and try to stay cool. It's going to be a little warm out there. There's a question. Okay, hold on. Let me get to the chat. Thank you. I did not see that. Awesome. You guys are welcome. Have a good one. Bye-bye.